Well, the reckless taxing and spending spree needs to end, and before it actually begins with the next iteration of it, it's really important. You think about the fact that on Monday, I was getting ready to head to the airport, stopped by a gas station, put gas in my truck. $2.85 a gallon. So I literally said to myself, I can't remember what it was late last year, so I looked it up. Same gas station, Sproul Avenue, North Charleston, $1.99 a gallon last fall. Today, $2.85. Senator McConnell said it's so important. Literally during the midst of the pandemic, since then, Americans have seen a 3.5% increase in their wages, but inflation at 5.4% is an actual reduction in the take-home pay of everyday Americans. How do we see that? Well, we see that inflationary effect. Rental cars, 87% increase year on year. Used cars, 45%. Gas nationally, 45%. Laundry machines, they make them at Samsung in Newberry, South Carolina, a 45% increase. Airfares, 24%. Moving expenses, 17%. Hotels, 16%. Furniture, 8%. Bacon, God knows we love bacon even in our pizza, 8.4%. TV, 7%. Fruit, 7%. Shoes, 6%. Literally, the staples of American life are increasing exponentially, and that's before the inflationary effect.
Friends, I have important news to share with you this evening. There are at least 2 more chances for many Americans to claim additional stimulus money. Several states are still depositing and mailing out 4th stimulus checks to eligible residents, but some people may have to take action in order to receive these relief. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing 2 winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please enter the giveaways, my friends, by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning these giveaways. So our federal government has proposed several pieces of legislation that would provide a large number of Americans with some extra financial assistance as they try to deal with the rising cost of living and prices of essential items. In 2020, the U.S. Congress approved the first of 3 direct stimulus checks to Americans, the last of which was paid out in March 2021. And since then, both Democrats and Republicans have shown their support for additional stimulus. They are called everything from tax rebates to middle-class tax refunds. Several states have devised its own payment amount and qualification standards. Unfortunately, for those living in the Midwest, most payouts came from states along the 2 coasts. For the most part, only a couple of Midwestern states did make stimulus payouts to their residents. There are 2 states in the Midwest where residents may still be able to claim a last-minute inflation relief check. Illinois residents could earn as many as 2 separate payments from the state in 2023. The first payment is an income tax rebate that is worth $50 per single filer, or $100 for joint filers. To qualify, you must be an Illinois resident with an adjusted gross income in 2021 of less than $200,000 or $400,000 for joint filers. The second payout is a property tax rebate of up to $300. This one only applies to property homeowners. Specifically, to qualify, you must be an Illinois resident who paid property taxes in 2021 on a primary residence that you had owned in 2020. The rebates began going out in September 2022, but many Illinois residents are still waiting for their rebates. These payments, however, are continuing into 2023 for those who have not received them as of yet. In May of last year, the state of Indiana began sending out tax refunds of $125 for qualifying singles. There was no income requirement, but residents were required to have filed both their 2020 and 2021 Indiana state tax returns. So a second round of rebates in the amount of $200 per qualifying taxpayer began being sent out by direct deposit In late August of last year, taxpayers that qualified for the $125 credit were automatically eligible for the $200 payment. However, for state residents that only qualified for the $200 payout, payments are still being withheld. That money will only be released to taxpayers who file a 2022 tax return before January 1st, 2024, and can claim it on their taxes. Part of the reason for this extra step is that residents who did not qualify for the $125 credit must demonstrate that they are both receiving Social Security benefits and are not claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. Minnesota was another state that managed to make distributions to their residents, in this case $488 payments for frontline workers. Kentucky's individual income tax rate also dropped at the beginning of this year and may drop even further next year if the Republican supermajority of the Kentucky General Assembly passes its top priority bill into law during the 2023 legislative session. The tax cuts are the result of House Bill 8 that was passed in the 2022 session, which set up a triggering mechanism for the individual income tax rate to drop by 0.5 percentage point each year if certain conditions are met, until it is eventually eliminated. The individual income tax rate automatically dropped from 5% to 4.5% at the beginning of this year due to the budget's conditions that were being met, while House Bill 1, which is a top priority of Republicans in the 2023 session, would decrease it further to 4% on January 1st, 2024. Under last year's bill, the corporate tax rate remains at 5%, and the sales tax remains at 6%, though the legislation eliminated an exemption for dozens of services being subject to the state sales tax. The tax cuts are part of the Republicans' long-term goal of moving to a system that relies on taxing consumption instead of production, or sales taxes instead of income taxes. Well, my greatest and dearest friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. My friends, I want to say thank you so much for being here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be doing weekly giveaways for a Walmart gift card giveaway. I will be announcing 2 winners tomorrow. So if you'd like to enter the giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a very wonderful and blessed Thursday.